come up with systemic solutions to actually capture carbon. So there are different things, different technologies. So there's not one action, but I would invite you to look at all possibilities and prepare yourself so that you cater to your purpose of, climate action, but also to your things you can do in order to action it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Myra, please.
Hi, I hope you're doing well. So I aspire to become an environmentalist one day, and I hope you can guide me to how and where I can start to make change that really matters.
That's a good. So environmentalist might mean you can go extreme. Yes?
Yeah, somebody like who really works for the environment.
Yes. And again, it depends on what your superpower is, what your strength is. Is it finance? Is it engineering? Is it the social side? Yeah, because those are all different expressions of different type of professions you could have all in the environmental space. Yeah, it really depends that my invitation is for you to go and use actually technology. If you know your goal is to work to contribute to the climate, or let's say to do something to support nature. Yeah, and that's something where it depends what you would like to actually study, what type of work you want to do. So you should envision yourself also in a day-to-day work. What are the things you would prefer? So I would invite you to study on one side what are solutions or contributions to climate, and you can find that on internet or on the AI. The second is also what is your superpower? What are the things you're really good at? How would you see yourself in a profession? Yeah, is it on the engineering side? Is it on the financing side? Is it on the engaging community side? Is it on the marketing side? Is it on the storytelling side? That's the part where you all can focus on a solution, but it depends on what your background is and what your superpowers actually is in order to bring it into the climate action.
Thank you so much.
Is it Nabanya?
Yeah, it's Nabhanya. My question to you is, if AI becomes powerful enough to predict and prevent climate disasters, who should control it? And what happens if saving the planet requires decisions that go against economic or political interests?
It is a wonderful question.
Thank you.
So the topic is the following. The positive side of AI is that a machine has no emotions. You ask a machine what to do, and the machine would do what you ask him to do. A machine doesn't have a human bias. A machine doesn't need power. I mean, energy does, yeah, but there's no fame, fortune, there's no ego in it. So the beauty of the machine is you can ask the machine and cater the machine to do certain jobs and come up with the solutions. And if you go into agentic AI, where actually the machine learns from each other, yeah, my hope is that AI comes up with some amazing solutions which actually help to save humanity and help to keep us safe. Now, the question, of course, again, behind the machine, if someone is there to manipulate the machine, only do certain things but not other things, and again, we need to do this, for example, AI in healthcare. Yeah, otherwise it would be too dangerous because people would die. Yeah, if it's just manipulated in the back end. So you have to some guards. But in the climate action on itself, I hope that AI will come up with solutions actually which can solve carbon emissions, carbon capturing, and have a positive impact. And so those are the things where it's a fine line, because what we're seeing now is that agents actually train agents with no human intervention. And if the goal is to save climate, then it's much better. So therefore, it's a fine line to say how much is the machine itself then taking off. And then, of course, I believe humans will not agree unless something tragic happens. Because when you're forced to. Unfortunately, also politically, it's about fame, fortune, and power. Yeah. So this is where the humans actually come in and make decisions which do not benefit the humanity at all. And of course, climate change is one of those solutions. Therefore, I think it's a fine line that my hope is that the machine will come up with solutions which are not tainted by humans, for then us to implement and actually help us. Because whenever we try to manage things ourselves, our ego stands in the way, and then when things become difficult.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, is it Tiseok?
No, that's the name of my school. My name is
Okay,
Yog.
sorry for that.
Yeah,
Yog.
that's fine.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. You talked about how we should not sit on any opportunity and how we should act, right? However, if I'm trying to solve an environmental issue, a lot of times what I feel is this solution might hamper the growth of number one, the economic industry or some group of people. And that makes me feel guilty about it because I'm saving the planet in one way while causing harm in another.
Yog, great comment. I mean, humanity will peak. Yeah,
Right.
because in certain countries, it's a regression. There are less people growth on one side. On the other is technology, and specific AI, will increase the efficiency of economic activity. So therefore, if growth goes for the sake of growth, it will eventually kill humanity. Sustainability means that you do not extract more than you can actually reproduce, because otherwise, in the long run, you won't have food security, you won't have health, and
Right.
certain people will not be able to survive. So it's a fine line. I'm less worried about economic growth or increase. I'm worried about this only being focused on being extractive, not regenerative, not sustainable. And so, therefore, I think there's a lot of areas where you can bring yourself in, which provides you economic value, which is a growth from an economic point of view, but is not necessarily, subtractive. So one example, the sun shines every day. We do not capture the energy put on the planet in any efficient way. Why would we extract oil and burn fossil fuels to create energy when the sun is shining every day?
Right,
Yeah.
sir.
And so those are things where you can think about, where does the energy come from? The sun. Let's capture that energy into productivity. And there might be a lot of ways where we're stuck in an old system with old technologies in an old food chain. People do not want to change, but that's where I invite innovation, creativity, and by the way, financial growth. So you should not worry that you are shooting yourself in one leg, because it's not, let's say, it wouldn't contribute to growth. The important part to see is the efficient use of resources in an economic and in economical way, and not subtractive, because at the end it will put humanity at risk.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Is next Darsh?
Yes, sir. I hope you're doing well. Sir,
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Sir, my question was that do you think current climate efforts are too focused on innovation and not enough on changing existing systems and behaviors?
I think we need both. Good question. But I need both. So we can have all the innovations we want. If we humans do not change, it will not work. Because there is no magic pill. You need, for systemic change, you need the system to come in, and you need a lot of money to do so, a lot of people to do so. So therefore, yes, innovations might be solution, but I don't think it's like when you want to fight a disease and suddenly you invent a new drug, the disease might no longer exist because you've solved it. But this is so big and so massive with climate change. Therefore, I fully agree. You need to have the support of governments, the adjustment of systems, behavioral change of people actually wanting to. Very often we sit there saying, oh, it doesn't matter. I don't have to change because I wouldn't change anything. Yeah. And then the sums of many people actually do something really harmful for the humanity. So therefore,
Yes, sir.
it's not one or the other side. It should actually go both sides. You need innovation to do things, but you also need a behavioral change to come to a significant change.